So Ye's doing a lot lately, right? And a lot of people are fans for sure of his new stuff, what he's going through. And a lot of people dislike it. And I would say most people dislike it. I would say maybe just a little less than half, or at least whatever about it. But he's really just, he is the overall zeitgeist of the people. Like when he is talking about this small tribe of people in the Middle East, he's not just wrong. Like he seems wild. And he is the same guy he was 20 years ago. This is the same guy. Like, just because he's changed topics doesn't mean that he has changed as a person. Like, this is the same guy that took the mic from Taylor Swift. Yo, Beyonce had the best music video of all time. This is the same guy that was like, George Bush don't care about black people. This is the same person doing that. He hasn't actually changed. But what's going on now is that he noticed, right? A lot of the music executives that have rights to music but have no musical talent, they happen to be from this small tribe of people that wear tiny hats. Just happen to be. Like, these people are overrepresented in CEOs. They're overrepresented, in terms of population. They're overrepresented in billionaires. They're overrepresented in music industry. They're overrepresented in Hollywood. They're overrepresented in all of these endeavors in which they make good money. So when you constantly, right, are calling people racist and anti-Semitic over years with no basis in reality, right? You're just saying that mostly because they're just disagreed with. If you keep saying that, eventually you're just going to have a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're eventually just going to bring it up. And if you keep bringing it up, it's just going to happen, right? Like, I had an experience literally 2 weeks ago with a YN. Like, I was driving, I was going to take a left. It was oncoming traffic. I cannot take a left. This YN in a Maserati, definitely a drug dealer, starts beeping the horn telling me to go. I can't go. And so he's beeping the horn relentlessly. And then eventually he gets out the car. He's telling me he's going to beat my ass. First of all, try me, bruh. But also, those kind of experiences is going to be what leads people into where we are. Right? You have that chicken head, these are terms me and my friends use. But when you have that chick that called that little kid the N-word, and then she raises a bunch of money, like that whole white guilt that people were playing on and like we're hoping that it kept going, that's gonna end. So you keep calling white people racist, you keep calling people anti-Semitic. Eventually you're gonna get what they call you, because if you call them racist and they weren't racist, if you call them anti-Semitic and they weren't trying to be anti-Semitic, then why even try not to be? Right? If I am called racist and I am called anti-Semitic and I'm not trying to be, eventually it doesn't matter if I try to be or not, so I'm just going to do it anyway. Then I'm going to be racist, which I am. Then I'm going to be anti-Semitic, which I am. Now, it could have been a situation in which people weren't doing that too, and I'm using me as an example, but it's not really me, right? It's the overall people. I'm just a representation of these people. When you keep calling me anti-Semitic and racist, and I wasn't trying to be, eventually there's going to come a point where I'm like, oh, well, since it doesn't matter whether I am or not, you're just going to call me it anyway, and the only threat you have is that you're just going to call me it, then I'm just gonna start going hard. This is Ye. Ye in his first album was talking about, you know, I can't remember. I always know these words because I'm a huge Ye guy, but like, he went to the jewelry store before he bought a house. And he's saying that he's insecure about this. I went to whatever with 25,000 before I had a house, and I do it again because I want to be on 106 Park pushing a Benz. Like, he's saying this. He understands the black culture, whatever that is, and that they'll buy the flashy shit before they do something responsible with the money that they have because they want to be perceived a certain way. This is one of Ye's big songs in his first album. He says it literally, that he understands that he is doing something irresponsible with money just so he can get a perception from people before he'll do something responsible with money. This is the whole thing. And now I gotta go to work, so be cool. Understand where culture's going. You know, this is it. So stay black. You'll figure it out.